Hey, what's up? It's Dave too. I'm back. I'm in a spacesuit. We're going to go to space real quick. About a year ago, I did a session that became one of my favorite of all time. It was on technical remote viewing on paper, and it involved going to space, which was awesome. There was a bunch of stuff that I took away from this, so we're going to take a look at the session first, then I'll reveal the feedback for what it was, and then we'll talk about some of the things that I learned from it, because there's a lot to take away. This is my paper session, Dave 2, June 5th, 2023, 8:21 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I was wearing my neorhythm on the Schumann resonance at 7.83 hertz. Did my ideogram, got structure, energy, and life, maybe land, and a skiing motion. I remember that. Back and forth. Cylindrical could be rotating. Colors, black, white, silver, bright and dark, blue and white, texture smooth, windbreaker feel, cold to touch, smells cold, like breathing in pure oxygen, chemically unnatural, tastes bitter, strong, chemical, temperatures more cold and moist, sounds ultra quiet. Not sure if it's an AOL, but something, it sounds like it's so quiet you could be deaf. Dimensionals, cylindrical but angled. I got this visual impression of this, boxy and stuff. And then my AI was some sort of sciencey feel, AOLing space and long periods of time, slow motion going in circles. The S3 aspect discovery, we have a structure, life, and energy. And from there in TRV, you do S1 through 4 on each of the aspects that you find. So I start AOLing a space station here, which means we're going to space. Colors all kind of match up to that. AOLing inside the Millennium Falcon, smooth, glossy, everything feels super artificial, cold, stingy, bitter, a lot of the same stuff before, boxy, cylindrical, solids and hollow, rotating, and an aesthetic impact that it's dangerous. Drew this, don't know what it is, circling around. Get to my intangibles, and we have some sort of rotating structure, and the emotional impact that there is excitement. Feels like there's a whole vessel, is what I'm hearing, artificial, 100% artificial, forward motion, like there's a destination, AOL, of sending people to Mars. Let's go. This is going to be fun. Oh, yeah. Going on to the next aspect, which it looks like I wrote A again. We have energy. And AOL and communication here for the energy, long distance. Electromagnetic spectrum, rainbow, conceptual for colors, tingy, the feeling I get from my TV because I'm electromagnetic sensitive. Lots of this stuff here, sciencey, vibrating, oscillating, sending the data back. Tangible is this oscillating thing. It's for communication, reporting, status, discovery, journey, AOL, journey to the center of the earth, drilling, and like there's some sort of delay and, those super space vibes coming up again. Messenger. Going on to, wow, was I way off on my things here, or am I off? From the top of B, something should be perceivable. This is a life form, but I got 3 of them. 3 humans standing in front of me with blue jumpsuits on. They normally wear blue. I either feel like I'm getting a download or I am AOL and driving hard. Blue, white, looks like all this stuff. Fabricy thick. I'm stuck in space, and yet I've never had a space one. All this stuff about space. Feels like there's vertical, cylindrical things there. This is the visual impression. They feel still, like for a long period of time, and my aesthetic impact is adventure. Let's go. 3 life forms. These life forms, everyone's excited. It's adventurous. They're travelers. They're in the public eye. They're entrusted with something, responsibility, volunteering, a special breed of person, willing, and ready to do some incredible things. Feels like the beginning. They're very intelligent. Here's my site template. This is the summary. We have these 3 life forms. We have this rotating structure with long distances, AOL of like a hammerhead shark type of look, and some sort of communication sending back. The target involves time interconnected things. There was a white and gray solid hollow rotating structure, potentially moving forward very quickly. There is an energy that is oscillating. I nailed this on the Eiffel Tower. I got all of this stuff about, well, I was like the 3rd or 4th time I'd viewed the Eiffel Tower, and I got all this communication stuff, and I was like, I missed. And then it turns out that that's what it got repurposed as, and there's all these communication things on top of it. And I'm gonna guess my subconscious was just like, hey, we've already viewed this a couple times. Let's go take a look at some of the weirder stuff there. I remember the feeling of this was exactly like that in the Eiffel Tower session. There's the 3 life forms. They're blue, soft, squishy, described as very intelligent, adventurous, and in the public eye. They're entrusted with doing something really important, like going to Mars. Some of my drawings, and then I did a TDS conscious map. They're prepared, they're tired, but they're like mission ready. Someone's annoyed. Stop talking. Let's go. Let's get on the spaceship, bro. It's going to be fun. I might die. Nobody cares. We got a mission to do. People talking. All this stuff. Fidgety. 1 female, 2 males. Warm shoes, sturdy. And at 9:32. Oh, this was AM, not PM. So, how you feeling? How you feeling about that? Feeling pretty good. We got our space mission. Yeah. You guys ready for the feedback? For the epic space mission? That's a ham. The tasking was the world's oldest edible ham. Isle of Wight County Museum, Smithfield, Virginia, USA. Time of the reference photo. Describe the ham and what is unique or unusual about the ham only. That's a ham. So, what the hell went wrong here? Oh my God. If we look back at like my first S2 of the whole thing, we're getting these bitter, strong chemically feels, which I can kind of guess. I got the exact shape of it. Like literally, it's actually shaped like that. When I come down and I'm drawing this object, there is something around a slim end of it like that. It's not rotating though. And yeah, then I just start to go off the rails with all these feelings and stuff. So this is either the example of someone building the biggest, oh, I messed it up. I was supposed to switch to this one. This is either an example of somebody building the biggest castle of all time, which I think is totally possible. But there was another thing that we started talking about, which was, am I getting bored? And like my what they call Monroe Institute, the C1 consciousness thing. Am I getting bored of it? No, I'm not getting bored at all. I'm excited and ready to go do stuff. But was in the mental model of your subconscious working with your conscious, it has access to the data and it's feeding it back to you. Was that getting bored? Was it saying I'm not going to play ball? And this wasn't the only time that I had something like this happen, where it wasn't just AOL Drive. That definitely had a bunch of AOL Drive in it, castle building. But also, I think I was just getting bored of it. And not me, the other me, the subconscious me. And what I've come to realize since then, I ended up taking about a 3-month break where I literally just did meditation and focused on mysticism and a bunch of other stuff. But giving myself that psychic break from the burnout was that I wasn't technically burned out. It's what I said, I think to David Powell when we were chatting on the YouTube video was, here my subconscious is giving me this incredible skill, and I'm out there saying, I'm going to go view hams, right? Or I'm going to go use this skill to try and draw the Brooklyn Bridge. I think the other half of me that's kind of sassy is like, why don't you just go look at the Brooklyn Bridge? And I call that type of viewing, even though it's practice viewing and training viewing, but I call it, it's like a bar trick, right? Where you're kind of doing it for this parlor trick to show people like, aha, look, I can do that, you know? And like, if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball, or if you can view a ham, then you can view a space station. But I think what started to happen is we had so many sessions stacked up in the training that I think it just wanted there to be something more. So now when I go do viewing, I try and do 2 or 3 practice targets of something that's more verifiable, but I try and make sure that whatever I'm viewing or the target pool I'm looking at probably has something of interest in there. I notice one of the things that I'm logging in my database is how interested I am personally in the target. If I'm not interested in the target at all, I usually tend to miss. And if I'm really interested in the target, then I do pretty great. And there's a lot of cool stuff that is verifiable, but also has some weird woo-woo stuff with it, like the Bar caves. That was one that I tasked out to someone. They did incredible describing the whole structure, its thing there and all that. But as soon as we get into purpose and other stuff, then like we're off to the races of like what it could possibly be. We get into the unverified territory. So there's these good tasks that you can end up doing both. But as a viewer personally, I would like to be able to view a ham and to nail it. But in this specific instance, I ended up describing 3 people on a spaceship going across the galaxy. I don't know really what more to say about that. So I hope you found this interesting. I hope you found this useful. I hope you keep the food for thought that we also have to entertain our subconscious as we do this, and keep all aspects of us interested in the process. Thanks for watching.